Science has delivered its latest verdict on the dangers of climate change, and it's all bad. Through heatwaves, bushfires, floods and coral bleaching, the government's expert panel has found there's no doubt about what's happening. It's just as blunt about the urgent need for action, but nothing the experts say or write has done anything to bridge the gulf between government and opposition on the carbon tax. Our chief political correspondent Mark Simpkin picks up the story.
The Climate Commission's trying to do what so many have failed to do, achieve consensus. Its experts agree the risks are severe, but on the question of what to actually do about climate change, the political divide is as wide as ever. Sometimes in politics, bad news is good news.
Thank you very much. Well, that looks a lot of work done by all.
The report argues emissions need to be cut quickly, warning of dangerous warming, extreme weather and sea levels that could rise by 1 metre by the end of the century.
And we hit at that strongly in the title, The Critical Decade, is that if we don't get on top of this now, it's going to cost us a lot more.
Just what the Prime Minister wanted to hear.
We don't have time for false claims in this debate. The science is in. Climate change is real.
The findings aren't surprising or new.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shergold.
The calls for action haven't changed. The Prime Ministers have.
Thank you very much, Ross.
And the political divisions are as deep as ever.
I think what this report will do is actually help the Australian population see that what we've been having is a phony debate in Australia that's been run by the sceptics, financed by big business, by coal, by oil around the world.
What we've seen from the Climate Commission is actually a tick of approval for direct action as a rapid way of getting our emissions down.
Only in part. But while Tony Abbott welcomed the Climate Commission report, members of his team didn't.
There are scientists that say that at some stage it's inevitable that we're going to be hit by a meteor, by an asteroid. Does that mean that we should be taking action against that?
The coalition hardliners dismissed the Commission's findings and the commissioners as alarmist.
We are not going to change the climate from this building. We can make people poorer. We can definitely do that.
The government seized on the divisions.
We will not succumb to the leader of the opposition and his team's climate change denial.
Because at their core, they are all climate change deniers.
So the climate might be changing, but the accusations and arguments aren't. The Climate Commission argues the next 10 years are crunch time, and it lays out some bleak projections to prove it. Here's our environment reporter, Sarah Clark.
Dealt the task of updating the latest science, the Climate Commission says the evidence is beyond doubt.
There's not a reputable Academy of Sciences anywhere that doesn't support the basic climate science.
And the basic climate science spelt out in this report